Hi guys, and welcome to part 9 of the Cardassian Galor class cruiser build-up. There's not much left to go on this model now. What I've done so far is I've put 2 coats of clear gloss on there. I've put the decals on the ship. There was only 7 that come with it, but they've been put on. I then coated those in Microsol Decal Soft. That helps the decals form to the contours of the ship, and it also helps to soften the edges of the decals up as well, so it looks as though they've been painted on rather than just sort of stuck on there. I then gave it another 2 coats of clear gloss. I now need to do the weathering on the ship. Once that's done, I just need to give it 2 coats of Tester's dull coat just to bring it back down to a sheen. The kit supplied stand is currently sitting in a bath of Mr. Muscle's oven cleaner to get rid of the paint. As soon as that's done, I'll be able to repaint that. And apart from that, I'm just waiting for the actual display base itself to come in. So what I'll do, guys, is I'm going to take the camera off the stand, and I'll show you the progress so far. So if you just bear with me a second, please, guys. Okay, so that's one of the decals that's on the side of the ship. There's also another one on the opposite side. And then what we do is just turn the ship around a bit for you. Okay, so there's one of the decals on the wing. And there's the other 2 decals on the other side of the wing. And then if we come up to the bridge, there you go, you can actually see the other 2 decals there. Now there's only 7 on here, so that's absolutely fantastic. Let me give you a front shot of the ship. Now, as I say, I've only got the weathering to do, so I'm going to get the weathering done, and I'll come back with another quick update for you so you can see what that looks like. So I'll be back with you in a bit, guys. Hi guys, welcome back. I've done the weathering, and I've also put a couple of layers of dull coat on the model. Now the dull coat has lightened the model for some reason, not sure why. It hasn't lightened it by much, but you can see that it has lightened the model down, which is a bit weird because normally when you put lacquer on, it normally tends to darken the paint off slightly. Now with the weathering, I haven't gone overboard with it. Well, at least I think I haven't gone overboard with it, because it's the first time that I've ever done this. So I'll give you guys a quick look at the weathering, and if there's any comments that you have on the weathering, please let me know, because you know, this is a technique I've never used before, so I would like to know whether it's sort of like, you know, in the ballpark, nearly in the ballpark, sorry, I'll put my teeth back in, whether it's in the ballpark, nearly in the ballpark, or completely out of the ballpark. So I'll just take the camera off the stand so we can have a look at it, guys. Okay, so I've used the Tamiya Weathering Master on this. Now it is actually coming out slightly lighter than it does look in person for some reason. Not sure why that would be. But as you can see, I've worked on the model from around this area and across the back end there as well, just to try and get some more weathering in across there. I've also put some weathering in across these sections here. Now I did pay some attention to the edges of the sensor bands there, as I was thinking that you know, if it does fly through any dust or anything, it's going to pick it up and spread it across the hull. And we've also got some streaks across the leading edge there. Now I also tried to put some weathering around the front of the ship as well, Not a great deal, because this area would be fairly protected, but I just thought, you know, a little bit there would help. And again, I've also put some weathering on these edges around here. I also put some on the decals as well, just to help try and give them a bit of a worn look. And then if we come down here to the end, again, you can see that there's some more weathering on there. Now I've also put some weathering underneath the wing. And also on the other side as well. There you go. And again, I paid some attention to you know, around the where the sensor bands are. So if there is any help that you, or any advice that you can give me on the weathering, whether you think it's too much or too little or too much, would be great. I just got the stand left off to do that did come with a kit, and as soon as that's done, I'll show you what that looks like. But apart from that, the model is now done, and I am now just waiting on the stand to come in so I can bolt the whole thing together. Okay, so I'm just going to do the thing and give you a flyby, because we all like a good flyby. Okay guys, so I'll just set it up and give you a quick look at the stand, and I'll be back in a second. Well, the good news is the stand's finished now. I have made one alteration to the stand. The hole for the pole was meant to be there. I didn't like it there when I tested it with the model. Most of the model was actually overhanging this little stand, so I decided to take it back a couple of inches and put it there, and it's actually more suited being there now than it was before, and it looks a little bit better. So basically this was just done with matte black, green, red and yellow. Now the greens and the reds and the yellows, they were a bit too bright originally, so I just toned those down with a touch of black just to get that look, and then just on that the edge of the circle there in the white. So what I'll do is I'll just quickly get that attached to the model itself. It's still on the vise at the moment, but I'll get that attached to the model so you can get a better idea of what it's going to look like when the display base comes in. So I'll just get that set up for you guys. Okay, so there she is. She's all set up on the stand. The pole itself was painted matte black and then given a coat of Tester's dull coat. The stand itself has been painted it's been sprayed in gloss lacquer. When the display base comes in, that's going to be painted black, and then I'm going to gloss that as well, so that'll kind of help tie that bit in. But for the moment, until the base comes in, I'm going to call this job done. There's nothing really else that I can do to this kit now, really, to be fair. So I guess the next update will be when it's finally sitting on the display base. Until then, please do take care, guys.